and welcome to the Intel Brief, your daily intelligence briefing on global geopolitics. Today is Friday, 11 October. I'm your host Daniel, the founder of HM Intelligence, and every weekday we bring you not just the news, but the so what from the events and decisions that shape our world. So grab a coffee and get ready to be informed. In today's update, we'll be covering German police have shot a man dead in West Germany. A gunman has killed 20 miners in Pakistan, and the US has condemned China's dangerous actions in the South China Sea. So firstly, on Thursday night, a police officer in Western Germany shot and wounded a 38-year-old Iranian man in a cinema foyer following a series of arson incidents he allegedly committed in the city's district. Earlier, authorities had been alerted to multiple fires, including one of the local employment office and another in a nearby building. A minibus owned by a local drug outreach organization was also damaged, showing signs of soot, and broken windows. The suspect reportedly attempted to enter the cinema with a Molotov cocktail and another unidentified weapon, prompting police intervention. Following the incident, police cordoned off a wide area around the cinema and declared there was no further threat to the public. While the man's actions raised initial concerns, police have indicated there's no evidence to suggest a terror-related motive at this time. They believe the suspect acted alone, although his specific motivations remain unclear. No injuries were reported as a result of the fires, and authorities have assured residents of their safety. Local news sources reported that the man had intended to cause further harm within the cinema, but police quickly intervened to prevent any escalation. So what? While it is not clear on the motivation of this attacker, and police have currently ruled it out as a terrorist attack, Germany has recently been dealing with an increased number of low sophistication attacks such as this. One flow-on from this has been an increase in anti-immigration sentiment throughout German politics and a growth in political desire to reduce the levels of extremist Islamist preachers and believers within the country. If it does turn out that this was an Islamic motivated attack, it will likely increase these feelings around Germany. And next, also, and Thursday night, gunmen attacked a small private coal mine operated by the Junaid Coal Company in Tuku, a district in Pakistan's Balochistan province, killing 20 miners and injuring 7 others. The attackers, who remained unidentified, used heavy weaponry, including rockets and grenades, to storm the mine, round up the workers, and open fire on them. Most victims were from the Balochistan Pashtun-speaking areas, with some of the casualties being Afghan nationals. The motives of the attack remain unclear, as no group has yet claimed responsibility. The incident has underscored the ongoing instability in the region, where separatists and other militant groups have long agitated against the government, alleging exploitation of local resources by the central government and the Punjab province. The region has been a hotspot for insurgent violence as separatist groups have sought autonomy or independence, often targeting infrastructure projects and foreign nationals. Earlier this week, the Balochistan Liberation Army has claimed responsibility for a bombing near Karachi's international airport, which killed 2 Chinese nationals. In light of the incidents and an upcoming summit of Shanghai Cooperation Organization in Islamabad, Pakistan's Interior Minister has issued warnings across the nation, advising heightened security measures against potential attacks from both separatist groups and other Pakistani terrorist groups. So what? This might be biased due to an increased reporting, but it appears that the Balochistan rebel groups have stepped up attacks both against government infrastructure and Chinese targets in recent weeks and months. It is possible that this could lead to a localized civil war if attacks continue to increase, or a harsh crackdown by Pakistani security forces in retaliation. And as previously assessed, it is possible that China will look to support Pakistan with military trainers or even troops on the ground in the form of Chinese security forces or mercenaries. And lastly, during a recent US ASEAN summit, Secretary of State Anthony Blinken voiced serious concerns about China's increasingly dangerous and unlawful actions in the South China Sea, where Chinese vessels have had confrontations with the Philippine and Vietnamese boats. Blinken reiterated that the US commitment to supporting freedom of navigation in the Indo-Pacific, emphasizing the importance of peaceful conflict resolution and condemning China's aggressive actions that have led to injuries and vessel damage. Southeast Asian leaders, including the Filipino president, echoed Blinken's statements, highlighting the need for more urgent negotiations on the South China Sea Code of Conduct to manage the region's mounting tensions. Additionally, ASEAN members and the United States emphasized the region's adherence to international laws, underscoring China's refusal to recognize the 2016 Hague ruling that invalidated its sweeping claims over the South China Sea. Blinken also cautioned China against provocative actions towards Taiwan following a speech by Taiwanese President Lau Chang-te, who vowed to resist China's annexation efforts. Blinken urged China to avoid using lies statements as a pretext for escalation, stressing the importance of maintaining the status quo for regional stability. In contrast, Chinese Premier Li Qiang defended China's stance, claiming it was merely safeguarding its sovereignty and warning that external forces were enticing geopolitical conflicts in Asia. The United States, while lacking direct claims in the South China Sea, has deployed Navy ships and jets to challenge China's assertions over the disputed waters. The ASEAN summit also addressed other regional issues, including Myanmar, where, for the first time in 3 years, the junta was represented at the ASEAN meeting. So what? It is likely that the best way to ensure security in the South China Sea is to present a united front against Chinese aggression, such as the ASEAN Forum. Something that China is working hard to ensure doesn't happen, using a range of grey zone tactics and political incentives. Thank you for listening to the Intel Brief, your daily intelligence briefing on global geopolitics, brought to you by HM Intelligence. If you want to support the podcast, tell your friends to help them stay informed and leave us a 5-star review. Or if you want to learn more about intelligence, why not take one of our courses? They're all online, self-paced, and affordable. Thank you for listening. I've been your host, Daniel, and I'll see you next time.